the good Lord been speaking to me, right? And he's been having to deal with me about the same topic. So sometimes in following Jesus, every once in a while we'll get lost, right? We'll get distracted. We'll get sideswiped. And before you know it, we'll look up and we don't feel God's presence the same, or we feel lost. We'll feel lost, and so we'll get scared. And but some of us, if you haven't been walking with God long, if you haven't been saved long, or if your faith is weak, sometimes you'll think God don't love you. You'll go that way. You'll say, God don't love me because I don't feel him. God don't love me because I don't feel close to him. He don't love me because now that I'm looking for him, I can't find him. Now that I've gotten back, got my focus together, and I'm back on the right track, my mind is back on the right track, I can't put my hands on him. I can't find him. I don't know where he is. I can't feel him. And I just want to say this to you. When we get off track, okay, no, we won't feel as close to the Father, right, as we would if we was, always on track all the time, all day long, 24/7, right? We wouldn't, but when we get off track, don't ever think that God don't love you. First of all, he said in his word that nothing can separate us from his love. Nothing can separate us from his love. And second, I need you to understand, because this is something that he has taught me, but I want it to penetrate deep in your heart, to understand that just because we feel lost, it doesn't mean that God has lost us. Jesus said no one could pluck us out of his hands. So I want you to think about when you was 4 or 3 or 2 or 5, and your mom or your dad took you to the store. You were shopping, right? They were shopping, rather. And they put you down and let you walk, and they was like, okay, keep up. But you will see a toy every once in a while, or you will see something that would distract you, and you just had to go and look at it, right? And then when you finally look up, you would not see your parents. And so you'll get scared. You'll be like, where my mom, where my dad, where they at? I'm lost, oh my God. But, and in a lot of cases, your parents will see you. They will be able to see you, but you wouldn't be able to see them. And so, now,